Welcome back, folks, to Edge Unfiltered, the only podcast bold enough to say what everyone else is too scared to. I'm your host, and today, oh boy, today we're wading into the chaos that is Inauguration Week, Trump edition. Brace yourselves, because it's not just fireworks. This week is a whole pyrotechnic show for the markets. Let's dive in. First up, today's main event, Trump's second inauguration. The man's back, and he's promised a shock-and-awe rollout of executive orders like a late-night infomercial with too many features to list. But here's the kicker. Tariffs are front and center, and global markets are more nervous than a cat in a room full of rocking chairs. Last Friday, Trump teased the markets with what he called a very good call with China's President Xi. Translation, I'm holding my cards, but I might drop a bomb, or not, who knows. The headlines mention TikTok, trade and fentanyl. Basically, everything spicy enough to rile up every corner of the internet. His quote, President Xi and I will do everything possible to make the world more peaceful and safe. Ah, yes, the classic Trumpism, because nothing screams peace and safety like a tariff threat looming over everyone's head. So, what's happening in the markets? Glad you asked. Short-dated FX option volatility is through the roof. We're talking EUR-USD 1-week volatility at 11.5%, USD-JPY at 12.5%, and hold on to your hats. USD-MXN hitting a whopping 19%. That's not just volatility, that's rollercoaster territory. Now, USDCAD is the one to watch. Why? Because Trump's tariff dance could either skyrocket it to 1.50 or send it tumbling back to 1.40. Picture a bungee cord, one snap and we're in freefall, another and we're shooting through the roof. Traders are pricing in this uncertainty like it's a limited edition collectible. And it just might be. The question is, how huge? Here's what I'm keeping an eye on during today's speech. Broad versus targeted tariffs. If Trump goes broad, think tariffs on all trading partners at a modest 10%, it's a USD positive risk negative tsunami. Expect CAD and MXN to nosedive like a bird without wings. On the flip side, targeted tariffs like singling out China or key import categories could make the reaction a little more chaotic. The ratcheting strategy. This one's straight out of the Treasury Secretary nominee's playbook. Start small and increase tariffs over time. Sounds innocent, but don't be fooled. This is like lighting a fuse and waiting for the kaboom. Gradual doesn't mean harmless people. Wildcard executive orders. Let's not forget, Trump's got a stack of these ready to go. While the speech won't cover all of them, the newswires will. So buckle up. This isn't just a speech, it's an appetizer to a 7-course meal of uncertainty. Here's the twist. US equity and bond markets are closed today with limited futures trading. So while FX traders are losing their minds, equities are sitting this one out, at least for now. This disconnect? It's fascinating, and it's also why Tuesday will be just as critical as today. That's when the dust starts to settle, or not. So what's my game plan? Simple. Stay glued to the charts. If Trump goes nuclear with broad tariffs, I'm watching USD-MXN to spike and EUR-USD to wobble. If he pulls a let's negotiate move, we might see a relief rally, especially for CAD. Either way, this week's theme is volatility. Chaotic, unrelenting, heart-palpitating volatility. And that's it for today's preview, but don't go anywhere. Tonight we'll unpack Trump's speech and see how the markets really react once the fireworks start. Until then, keep your stops tight, your charts open, and your nerves steeled. This is going to be a week for the history books. Stay sharp, stay skeptical, and as always, trade smarter, not harder. I'll see you on the other side of inauguration chaos.